what is up, guys? It is Harrison Barron, the Millennial Entrepreneur. Now, in this video, I want to cover 5 tips to get more customers in 5 minutes or less. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I sitting in my RV? Well, I'm about to cook dinner on that stove. And number 1 is do something interesting. Most people make their jobs sound super boring and are super boring, right? But there's a difference between making something super boring and it's boring, right? Paperwork is boring. But if you're a painter, right, people think painting is boring. But if you teach somebody something, for example, how to make better, crisper lines or get lines without using paint, right? Or if you can teach somebody how to file paperwork faster, this is valuable to people. Or maybe it's your technique that people really love that sets you apart from everybody else. But you have to do something that's going to make it interesting. Digital marketing, I do on my computer inside all day, every day. Now, I've done it so many times that it's kind of boring. Making YouTube videos, they can be kind of boring. I've done, I don't know, over 300 videos at this point. It's getting a little repetitive, and I'm not that I'm struggling for more content, but it's the same thing, right? So now I'm bringing new, fresh light. I'm constantly changing up the environment that I'm in, and it seems to be people really enjoy that. I see a lot of people out there, they make content in strange places, but it's a way to make it interesting. It's a way to bring a new, unique format to video. So whatever you do, try to figure out a way to make it interesting, not only for you, but for your customer. Number 2, blow people away with communication and customer experience. I say this all the time on videos, and it cannot be said enough. You have to blow people away with what you do and how you do it. I'm going to be hiring a contractor. I want that contractor to tell me exactly what's going on at every single moment. Not because I'm crazy, but because I want too much information. I want to know that things are getting done all of the time. Maybe they're not getting done all the time, but at least it makes it seem like it's getting done all of the time. So when I deal with customers, I give them tons of updates on their website. We actually use a program that lets people know, hey, these modifications were made, or every time they make modifications, we can make those modifications and let them know that we made those modifications. It's this constant volley back and forth that keeps people engaged, and that is huge. So whatever you do, over communicate with your customers. They will appreciate it. I guarantee it, because people hate being left in the dark. I'm going through insurance. Now, my public adjuster's done a fantastic job, but I'm sitting waiting in the dark for the insurance company. There's no updates, there's no nothing. I live in the dark, and it's a miserable place to be. Number 3, if you can, give something away. This doesn't have to be necessarily a lead magnet, although I definitely recommend that. That's when you give something in exchange for an email or contact information. But give something away. If you work for a company, or you do work for a company, right? Maybe you're a painter. I'm going to use paints because my house is sitting in front of me. Heck, maybe it's an RV. Hey, by the way, send me your address, or you know what? Let me get you a second canister of propane on us. There's a bunch of different ways that they could just make the overall experience better and leave us with it. They don't have to go too crazy. It might not be all that much money that they're including, but giving something in addition to what you're already buying is a fantastic way to keep people super engaged, and it puts this like idea in their mind that they're like, oh my god, I'm getting extra, right? I just bought an RV, the one that I'm currently sitting in, because my house right behind the camera went on fire. There's no air fresheners. Now, I don't need air fresheners. I don't particularly care about air fresheners, right? But I didn't know what else I needed, right? The RV I walk in doesn't smell good. Doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't smell great. There's no cleaner for the toilet. There's no nothing, right? And getting information on how to use it, other than the 5-minute tutorial I got from the technician on it, that's all I've had. So things like that would be very beneficial in my situation. So think about your customers and what you can do to add massive value, right? If you're in legal, give a pen. If you are in painting, maybe it's like a little $4 canister of like your favorite color, and give it to the customer and say, hey, by the way, based on your house, I think that this would do really, really good in some of your rooms. And give it to them. This is going to cost you $5, $10 at most, but that customer's like, oh, you know what, let me check out that color. And maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't, right? But the more often than not, it's not going to bite you in the butt. You're the professional. Hey, by the way, I think that this color, I don't know what your color style is, but this would look really good. Number 5, if you possibly can, become friends with your customers. It is the best feeling ever. Chances are pretty good you're never going to get in trouble, right? You're probably going to communicate with them all of the time. You're probably going to give them stuff all of the time, right? It almost encapsulates everything in this video. But the best part about becoming friends with your customer, or just trying to become friends with your customer, is it's going to build the best relationships ever. Now, granted, I get it. Some businesses are going to get too big to the point where they can no longer become friends with customers, and I get that. But here's the cool part. If you can't become friends with a customer, and you're done with their transaction, real estate agent, maybe you just made a lot of money on them, right? And not in a bad way, you provided a great service for it. Send them a bottle of wine. Send them a card, a handwritten card that says, thank you so much for being a customer. I really appreciate it. If you ever need anything else, please let me know. Other than that, I hope you and your family have a great birthday, a great holiday, a great Thanksgiving, a great Christmas. Some of the best things that I've ever received are just Christmas cards from companies that I've done business with. Nobody that I've actually given money to, but they've just sent me a Christmas card every year. Hey, Harrison, I hope you and your family have a very Merry Christmas. Like, that means the world to me, and I've never given them business. But I tell you what, I work hard to try to get them business all of the time. And by them sending me a card, I now fight to get them clients, and it has worked. So think about different ways that you can make that situation unique. You don't have to give it to them in the time of working with them, but after you're done, give a nice follow-up. A nice follow-through, just like in golf, makes for a great success and performance overall. So I hope these 5 tips helped in 5 minutes or less. Appreciate you guys. I will see you guys on the next video.